What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars, and thanks for joining me today, guys. So today, guys, I am traveling, so I apologize for the bad audio, and I'm just doing this on the fly. So thank you for giving me your time. We don't miss Sundays. Sundays, we get ready to rock and roll for the next week, and we have a lot planned today. We have a lifetime Discord giveaway as well, so please make sure you stay all the way to the end and drop a like, my friends. Okay, so starting off, $56,069.60 for the first week of December. A lot of this is coming from my Amazon play right here. You guys can see I added a lot of shares, 1,300 shares of Amazon now. Microsoft doing really well. And then here are all my open option plays. So we have Tesla, Nvidia shares, Amazon, SPY, CART is something small I'm doing on the side, Google, Nvidia, and that's my whole portfolio right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through all of this step by step, the setup, what I'm thinking about for next week, and just continue to try and put ourselves in the best possible position to make some gains. So if you're ready, my friends, let's step into the war zone. So we're going to start off here with Tesla, and I'm going to share with you guys my updated price target now, and we're going to go from there. So as you guys know, we entered into these leaps a few weeks ago. I shared this with you guys live. This is the 4-hour chart for Tesla. And we had this 618 Fibonacci algo dip buy opportunity here at 329.36. Okay, so my updated target here, so you can see we pulled into the 618 Fibonacci, and in there I loaded up on these March 21st, 2025 400 calls, total cost basis. So the total amount of capital, two of them at an average of 2601. Is $5,202. Okay, guys. So from there, apologize for that. So from there, we have our unrealized P&L of 4,259. So not 100% return yet, but pretty close to it. And we still have a lot of expiry. So what I'm using right here is I'm using a market symmetry style, using the 618 pullback into the 618 extension to give me that 394.50, and we've actually already hit this target after hours. Okay, so we've already hit this after hours, but let's see what happens in the regular trading hours. But if you go look at Interactive Brokers, Robinhood after hours right now, we actually went to a high of 399. Okay, so these are going to be really good. I plan to continue to hold these Tesla calls all the way until expiry, and if we do have some intraday dip buys, I'm going to be looking for some dip buying opportunities. So what I want to show you here, let's go ahead and let me just show you guys this live call out in the Discord, so you know that this is not hindsight. And so I just want to show you guys the original call out here. So this is the update on the Tesla leaps, and going back to our original entry. So this was right here, guys, on November 27th, adding to my Tesla position here using the 618 fib 329.36. You could see all the likes. So a lot of people took this play with me, and it was a really, really good play. So what I want to talk to you guys about now is a little bit about the risk to reward ratio. Let's look at this particular trade with the 618 entry going for the 618 extension. And let's look at the possible scenarios for you, how you can play this, how you so that you can understand risk to reward, which is very important. Okay. I'm just going to go to a blank spot here on the chart, and I'm going to take the Fibonacci tool from low to high like this. Okay. So we went long on the 618, and your maximum risk on the 618, if you're using Fibonacci setup, is the swing low. So here's the swing low. And then if you're using a 618 extension, like so, that is going to give you about a 3.21 risk to reward. So when Tesla opens up, as long as it doesn't tank overnight, right now it's going to open up above the 618, and that is going to give us a 3-to-1 risk to reward. 3-to-1 risk to reward for every 10 trades, you only need to win 3 out of 10. So that's why I love trading Fibonacci, because not only does it give me a good entry from a risk to reward perspective, but I genuinely feel, in my opinion, that when we catch the right 618 Fibonacci, the algos and the institutions are also on those levels. And we can see here very clearly that as soon as we touch 618, there was a very little heat on the trade, and then we just exploded. So that also gives me confidence that what we're looking at, the levels we're looking at, are in line with what institutions and algos are looking at. And then if you look at where the 618 is, what makes it so powerful is the 618 here, guys. It was about it. Let me take it from the top here. Coming from highs into the 618, we're looking at roughly a 9% drop. So if we think logically speaking, a 9% drop in Tesla, is that going to be viable by an institution? In my opinion, yes, especially if they're looking to get in. Any 5 to 10% plus drop, we're going to have these algorithms firing alerts and firing opportunities to enter the play. So that's why I also use the 618 with that 5 to 10% drop criteria, usually going to happen on the 4-hour daily weekly chart. Okay. So from here, what we can do here is we can double click on this and we can add the 786, which is also an entry. Okay. On a really, like, if you really want to tighten up your risk here, you can risk off of the 786. Okay. That's going to basically double your risk to reward. So even more than double. So that's 7.5. So in this particular trade, if I go back up to Tesla, okay, one of the other tools that you can do is you can use candlestick confirmation. Okay. So we'll go back here. So this is the 4-hour chart. So if we wanted to use the most tight risk to reward factor, we can actually use these candlesticks. Okay. So once we get filled on the 618 right here, okay, we also have this little inside bar, right? So let's say you didn't want to get in on the 618, you waited for this little inside bar confirmation. The close of this inside bar is your entry, and then you're risking off of the low of this candle because you know that this needs to hold in order for this 618 to hold. Okay. And then from there, if we measure out the risk to reward ratio, like so, that's actually at 9.31. Okay. So what you really want to do though is try to just get your risk to reward above 2, because with the 2 to 1, you only need to win 34 out of 100. So these are all the variations that I use with fibs, and I really hope they add value to you, because it's not really that hard to trade. It's more hard to just manage your risk. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Because it's either going to go up or down, right? But the question is, when it's going up, are you going to maximize your reward? And when it's going down, are you going to minimize your risk? Okay. So that's my update on Tesla. I'm really bullish on Tesla. I mean, I'm up a lot right now, and I will convert these into shares as long as they finish in the money. Let's continue. Next, Amazon. So Amazon is my golden child for me. I've been adding to Amazon for years, and you guys know that it's my biggest position. 1.3K shares, unrealized 70,000. You guys have followed me all year on this, where I've been calling Amazon since 150, 140, 130. I've been adding in multiple years. This year, we had some great opportunities, and I'm going to show you right now the 2 entries that we took recently. Okay, so coming off of this, actually, I wanted to also pull up the options, okay? Because for some of you guys don't want to trade shares. So I also want to show you can definitely do this with calls, right? So I took these calls as well. These are the January 17th, 2025 calls. Average price 837, and they're going for 2460, almost a triple. 1600 unrealized, and I'm going to show you how I entered that one as well. So let's put this one up here so you guys can see it, and let's follow the chain of call outs here to go back to the original call out. Okay, so this was our updated Amazon chart. This was the most recent pullback around 195.55, and this is where we ended up getting filled, and we got filled on Amazon, where you can see at 837, and we had a pretty good bounce right away, $63 in profit. But you guys know that my style with these trades is I'm always looking for big risk to reward. So if I'm risking $400 to $800, let's say on this trade, if I want to use a 50% stop loss, I need to be making at least $1,000, or it's not going to be worth it for me. So that's why I always use that risk to reward ratio in my head that keeps me profitable. So coming off of here, we're going to go back to the chart here. So coming off right here, coming off of this last swing low to high, let's go ahead and let's draw that together. Okay. So let's go to the 4-hour chart. That's where I like to do my analysis. And coming off of this last swing low, which is right here, I'm going to draw our Fibonacci. Last swing low to high. And the reason I'm using this swing low, guys, I'll explain that in a second. The reason I'm using this swing low over here is because this is where our last entry on Amazon was. So even before we got into this trade, we also took this one, and this one was coming off of this low to high, which lined up right there on that 618. Okay. So that's the reason why I ended up using, let's put the basic on here. That's the reason why I ended up using this as my low anchor moving forward, because I saw that this anchor held before. This is where I bought some shares, and then I noticed that we pulled back. So again, and I'm using this as my anchor point because I'm believing that this is where the algorithms are sitting. Okay. So from here, my target is 235, right here, the 618 extension. So we had the low high pullback and then the new 618. That's going to give me a really good risk to reward, because not only did I buy this 618, but I also bought this one. So if we get to 235, I'll probably be up close to 100 grand, which is going to be the greatest trade of my life. So hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, things work out. Don't want to jinx myself. But anyways, that is my price target. Again, same concept. If you miss these plays, if you're not following me on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe. I give these plays every single week. I go on spaces on Twitter. We talk about these picks for free. They're also, I alert in my Discord. It's $100 for lifetime if you want to join. But, you know, if you miss these opportunities, the main concept stays the same. We're just going to be looking for a pullback in order to get into the next play. Okay. So let's go now to Google. All right. So with Google, I have Leaps 2027 right here. So the January 15, 2027 Leaps right here on Google, $3,457 invested, and I'm up just $376 right now. But this is the same concept right here using the 618 pullback. So this one wasn't as clean as the others, but it still did hold. It took some time to get going. And during this chop, if you're trading options, you're going to lose a little bit on the premium. However, we did eventually get going here. And this one still has a lot of life. So for those of you that are not in anything, Google, I think, still has a lot of potential here. And the target, let's go ahead and let's put this on. Put my advanced levels on here. We're looking for targets. Full measured move is going to be around 205 with Google. Okay. So the same concept, if anything dips here, I'll be looking for opportunities to enter. Nvidia. So Nvidia, we had this beautiful 50% retracement where I did add some calls as well. Nvidia is a little bit lagging for me right now because I am expecting Nvidia to break out into new highs. So with Nvidia, if we zoom in a little bit here, if we draw the next Fibonacci leg in the sequence and we come from low to high, we're looking at around 137.50, 138 area for the next potential dip buy. So I'm going to be watching that on Nvidia. I'll alert it here for you guys as well. AMD, I'm staying away from right now. So I went long on AMD back in September. So right here in September, I used the 618 from low to high. I entered AMD at 137.50. I rode it all the way to 170, and I was making a lot of money. And then I rolled those into further out calls, and I gave it all back on this downtrend. And what I've been noticing about AMD is there's some sellers coming in here, some rejection. So this was the 786 rejection. And then if I come off of this last high to low right here, this was a actually picture perfect 618 rejection as well on AMD. So AMD is showing me relative weakness, and therefore I'm not looking for any calls. I will actually be watching AMD for a potential short, not any longs. Okay. So just an update on futures. So on futures right now, I'll go to the 4-hour chart for you guys. We're pretty much flat. So the next Fibonacci that I have in the sequence using the advanced harmonic, I'm coming off of this low to high up here. And if we get a pullback that sweeps through the December 6th low, coming into the 60-70 level right around here and sweeps it, I'll be looking at that for like a false breakdown setup as well. Okay. All right, guys. So that made sense to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this update. I'll be alerting here, so make sure you guys are subscribed on YouTube. I'm also going to be doing a lifetime Discord giveaway, number 95. I'm going to do it since I'm doing this recording. Let's do the lifetime Discord tomorrow. All you need to do is make sure you subscribe and like this video. Leave a comment below. Comment FibKing below if you want to be entered into that giveaway, okay? Otherwise than that, on my website, I've uploaded some great resources for you, tradingwars.com/resources, all 5 of the Day Trading University courses, the videos, the Fibonacci checklist, as well as the journal. So everything is here on the resources page if you want to get started. You know, if you're not sure where to get started, go check out that webpage. It's all ready for you guys there. And if you want to join the stocks room, I'm doing a $100 lifetime deal. If you go to tradingwars.com, click on options trading, you'll see that it says it comes with 1 month for free, but I'm upgrading anybody in the next 48 hours for $100 for life. You'll also get the book, which comes with the broker statements and the video recordings from my screen. And I just want to be able to grow the community. And we have almost 1,000, a little bit more than 1,000, traders that are in the Discord right now that are Fibonacci based. So We're trying to build a community. We're trying to build an empire here of Fibonacci traders. So thank you so much for your time, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, and I'll catch you guys later. Okay, my friends, take care.